Well, opening night 1978, we have a crowd of somewhere between 40 and 45,000 for opening night. The Cardinals also in again tomorrow night. 7:35 start time tomorrow. Larry Christensen will pitch tomorrow against Eric Rasmussen. And on Sunday afternoon, it'll be sweatshirt day with Randy Lurch going against John Urea. All youngsters 14 and under getting a Philadelphia Phillies sweatshirt just like the players wear. Lettered property of the Philadelphia Phillies in front, an item we know all you kids will want to have, so plan to be on hand Sunday. We're set to go. Lou Brock will lead off. Brock had a good spring. He hit .309. The all-time leading base stealer in Major League history has stolen 900 bases. Steve Carlton set for the first pitch of the ball game. And here it is. Curveball is a beauty for a strike call. One strike to count to Lou Brock. Ball game underway. So is the 78 season. The pitch is a slider missing outside for a ball. 1-1 the count to Lou Brock. Here's Carlton's 1-1 pitch, swaying and a foul off to the left of the plate. A ball and 2 strikes to Lou Brock. Many feel the St. Louis Cardinal team will be the team that will give the Phils the stiffest competition in the National League East. 1-2 pitch, swing and a pop foul down the left field side. Schmidt chasing out of play. About 10 rows back. Count stays a ball and 2 strikes to Brock. Of course, the Cardinals could not have gained a great deal of confidence off their spring showing against the Phils. They met 6 times. Phillies won 5 of them. The slider missing outside. It's 2-2. Here's Carlton's 2-2 pitch. Slider, and he's tried to check his swing, but he went around. He struck him out. Lou Brock tried to check his swing on a low outside slider, but he goes down swinging. So Carlton starts out the 78 season with a strikeout. 1 down. That'll bring up Gary Templeton. Here's one of the great young hitters in the game. He hit .322 last year. A switch hitter, bats right against Carlton. And he takes the pitch low and inside for a ball. 1-0 pitch to Templeton on the inside corner for a strike called. It's 1-1. Gary Templeton, just 22 years old. 1-1 pitch to him, a curveball, hammered right back to Carlton. He throws, and Templeton is out, 2 down. So Gary Templeton, a comebacker, right back at Steve Carlton, 2 away, and that'll bring on Jerry Morales. Morales hit .290 for the Cubs last year. Jerry Morales coming to the St. Louis Cardinals in the deal that sent Haiti Cruz and Dave Rader to Chicago. A fastball is over for a strike call. Cardinals getting Jerry Morales along with Steve Swisher. The 1-strike pitch is low and inside, and the count 1-1 to Jerry Morales. Here's Carlton's 1-1 pitch. Slider low and inside. 2 balls and a strike to count to Jerry Morales. 2 outs, no base runners, top half of the first inning. 78 season just underway. Curveball missing low and inside, and Carlton falls behind Morales 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a bouncing foul off to the left of the plate. A full count to Morales. Two outs, no base runners. Here's Carlton's 3-2 pitch, a curveball, bounce foul down the third base side. Third base coach Jack Kroll fields it, and it stays 3-2 to Morales. Here's the 3-2 pitch to him, swinging another foul ball, another curveball, and he fouls it back to the screen, stays 3-2. Carlton, since being traded from the St. Louis Cardinals, has had good success against his ex-mates, 18-6 lifetime. 3-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball, just fair, knocked down by Schmidt. Long throw, not in time, a base hit. Mike Schmidt might have been able to make the play, but he lost his footing and fell down. It'll be an infield single for Jerry Morales in the first hit of the ball game.
Ball was hit sharply, just about over the bag. Schmidt did make a good play, keeping it from getting into the outfield, where it no doubt would have been extra bases.
Here's Ted Simmons, and the pitch to him is a breaking ball, low for a ball. Simmons last year hurt Carlton. He was 4 for 13 off him, but 3 of those 4 hits were home runs. Throw to first base. Morales gets back in time. Carlton with one of the best pickoff moves in baseball. He picked off 22 last year. 2 outs, Jerry Morales at first base. Here's the pitch to Simmons. Fastball is over for a strike call. It's 1-1. Simmons had a fine year last year. He hit .318. Lifetime Major League 300 hitter right on the button. 1-1 pitch to him. Low for a ball. It's 2-1 to Ted Simmons. Here's Carlton's 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball is over for a strike call. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Simmons. St. Louis batting top half of the first inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He struck him out on the inside corner with a good slider. Steve Carlton has just passed Rube Waddell and is 19th on the all-time strikeout list. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left at the end of 1/2. Cardinals nothing. Phil's coming to bat.
The day is done. It's time to let it go. It's the moment to run. So just lay bud. And pour the king of beer and settle back and please yourself. No matter what you do, no matter when or where, you know a glass of bud is like an easy chair. When you say bud, why, you said it all. When you say bud, why, you said it all. When you say bud, why, you said it all. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
The cat is really on the prowl at your Lincoln Mercury dealers. He wants these dealers to sell every Mercury in stock. Every one. That includes the anniversary edition 4-door Mercury Marquis with its traditional full-size luxury and comfort, plus a special value package featuring a vinyl roof, luxury wheel covers, body side moldings, flight bench seat, and more. Right now, this special package is being offered by Lincoln Mercury to its dealers at a factory discount. So check out your local Lincoln Mercury dealer now. At the sign of the cat.
Well, the Phillies tonight are looking at right-hander Bob Forsch. Big guy at 6'4", 200 pounds. He was a 20-game winner for St. Louis last year, the bellwether of their staff. Forsch was 20-7, and he posted an earned run mark of 3.48. In fact, Forsch was the first 20-game winner for St. Louis since Steve Carlton in his last year with the Cardinals in 1971 when Lefty was 20-9. Fake McBride will be the first one to face Bob Forsch. They did well against St. Louis last year, 364 against Cardinal pitching. Had a good spring. He hit 327 with a lot of power. He hit 5 home runs in the spring. Fake hit with power last year for the Phillies. He had a season-high 15 home runs. That's a career-high total for him in a year. Here's the first pitch to Bake McBride. A fastball is over for a strike call. Forsch throws a fastball, a slider, a curveball, and this spring he developed a changeup. He throws a pound ball for a changeup. Here's the pitch on the way to Bake, and there it was, and it's low for a ball, 1-1. Bill DeMar's coaching at third, Tony Taylor at first. The 1-1 pitch to Bake McBride. Breaking ball, line to the second baseman, Mike Tyson, who puts it away. They hit it pretty sharply, but at Mike Tyson. There's 1 down, and that'll bring on shortstop Larry Bowa. Let's check the Major League scoreboard for you. There were games played this afternoon in the National League. The Mets beat Montreal 3-1. Jerry Koosman won it. Steve Rogers, the loser. Here's the pitch to Bowa. Swing and a foul ball into the seats down the right field side. The Expos' only run coming on a home run by Gary Carter. They had 11,000 plus, a disappointing crowd at Shea for that opener. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Fastball fouled off the end of his bat into the St. Louis dugout. It's 0-2 to Bowa. Pittsburgh shut out Chicago 1-0. John Candelaria, the winner, and Rick Russell, the loser. At San Francisco, San Diego beat San Francisco 3-2. Mickey Lolich, the winner, in relief, and the loser was Gary Lavelle, also in relief. Dave Winfield hit a home run in the 8th for San Diego. Here's a pitch, and Bo is almost hit by a fastball just inside, and the count 1-2 strikes to Larry Boa. 2 strikes to him with 1 out. 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball is low and inside. It's 2-2. Tonight, Atlanta leads Los Angeles 1-0 at the end of 1. Phil Niekro for the Braves. Don Sutton for the Dodgers. Houston will be at Cincinnati a little later. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball laced into left center field. Brock, good running catch. Lou Brock, reaching out his glove at the last second, made a nice running catch on a well-hit ball to left center field, 2 down.
Well, they say Lou Brock isn't going to play every game this season. Limited schedule for him. They're going to kind of won't nurse him along towards his 3,000 base hit. He won't get it this season. Probably will get it next, but made a nice play on that ball. Got a good jump on the ball.
Here's Mike Schmidt coming off a fine spring, and the pitch to him is inside for a ball. Schmidt hit .323. 5 homers, knocked in 15 runs. Here's a pitch to Schmidt, and it's over on the outside corner, a fastball. 1-1 the count to Mike Schmidt. 2 outs and no base runners. We're in the bottom of the first. 0-0. Opening night, 1978, the Phillies and the Cardinals. Pitch to Schmidt is inside, and it's 2-1. American League Finals this afternoon. Milwaukee bounced Baltimore 11-3. Larry Heisel homered for Milwaukee, and Sixto Lexcano hit a slam for the Brewers. Eddie Murrow hit a solo home run for Baltimore. Here's the 2-1 to Schmidt, and it's over on the outside corner. A good slider. It's 2-2. Detroit defeated Toronto 6-2. Mark the Bird Fidrich getting the win. Dave LeManchik the loss. Tiger home runs by Milt May, Phil Mankowski, and Jason Thompson. The Chicago White Sox set an all-time opening day attendance record, drawing 50,754, and they treated the hometown fans to a 6-5 win over Boston with 2 runs in the 9th inning. 1 on a home run by the rejuvenated Ron Blomberg in the 9th inning. White Sox 6, Boston 5. Minnesota at Seattle, Oakland at California later. 2-2 the count here to Mike Schmidt with 2 outs and no base runners. Bottom of the first, 0-0 game. 2-2 pitch to Schmidt, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a breaking ball. Phils go down and turn. No runs, hits, or errors, and none left. And after 1, it's Phillies 0, Cardinals 0.
I just saved myself a trip to the bank and a trip to the post office. I've got this new thing going with George Bank by Phone from Girard Bank. Just paid a month's worth of bills, did a whole pile of banking. I even gave myself a loan. Oh, sure. A few other banks have pay by phone, but Girard lets me pay and bank by phone. You know, it's almost like having a Girard Bank right here in my kitchen.
Ask for a demonstration of George Bank by Phone at any Girard Bank office.
If you used to shy away from Penn Jersey because we didn't carry a big name in tires, we've got the biggie, Goodyear. That's right. All Penn Jersey stores now stock Goodyear tires. We've got them in all sizes for all cars, and we can install them right away. So if you want Goodyear tires at low prices, come to a Penn Jersey auto store. And here's more good news.
Now get Goodyear Power Glide 4-ply polyester white walls as low as $23 plus $1.82 federal excise tax for size B7813A. No trade-in required.
Well, the St. Louis Cardinals here again tomorrow night. Larry Christensen going against Eric Rasmussen. Sunday afternoon sweatshirt day. Randy Lurch against John Urias starting at 1:35 Sunday afternoon. And a free Philly sweatshirt for all youngsters 14 and under, just like the ones the players wear. Off day Monday, and Montreal comes in Tuesday and Wednesday to round out this first homestand. Keith Hernandez leading off for St. Louis looks at a Steve Carlton fastball that's over for a strike call. Next pitch to him is a breaking ball outside. It's 1-1 to Keith Hernandez. Hernandez hit a solid .291 for St. Louis last year, and the pitch to him is a breaking ball that just missed. They're checking with third base umpire Jerry Crawford on the check swing, and he said yes, it was a check swing, so it's 2-1 to Hernandez. There's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a hard ground ball. Shortstop right through the legs of Larry Bowen into center field. Boa just did not get down on that ball, and I believe that'll be scored as an error. A rare error for Larry Boa. Keith Hernandez, a base runner at first base.
That's right. Larry usually handles those balls in routine fashion. His first fielding play, and he booted it. Very unusual.
Here's Ken Reitz, the third baseman. A pitch out, and nothing is on. 1-0 the count to Reitz. Reitz set an all-time National League record last year for fewest errors by a third baseman, 9. Pickoff throw to first base, close play. Keith Hernandez diving back in just ahead of the tag by Rich Hebner.
The way Hernandez was leaning, it almost looks like hit and run.
Here's the pitch on the way to Reitz. The curveball is over on the inside corner for a strike call. 1-1 the count to Ken Reitz. Now the stretch by Carlton. Another move to first base, and again Keith Hernandez gets back. Here's Carlton's stretch. And the pitch to Reitz swings, and he fouls off a breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We talked about Carlton moving up to 19th on the all-time Major League strikeout list. He now has 2,311 strikeouts, moving ahead of Rube Waddell. Here's the pitch. Broken bat looper on one hop to Schmidt. He has but one play to first base. He makes that. And on the play, moving up to second, is Keith Hernandez. Reitz really got jammed. The barrel of his bat going halfway out to shortstop, and he's thrown out at first base. Hernandez moving up to second. And that'll bring on Tony Scott, the center fielder. Scott hit .291 last year for St. Louis. A switch hitter batting right against Carlton. Takes one low and inside for a ball. Scott was a good acquisition for the Cardinals. They got him from the Montreal Expos. Pitch on the way, a breaking ball, a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Speaking of strikeouts, Gaylord Perry, who pitched tonight for San Diego, started, tied Jim Bunning for the number 3 spot on the all-time strikeout list. Curveball is a beauty, and it's a strike called. 1-2. Bunning finished his career with 2,855, and Perry matched that number. Only Bob Gibson and Walter Johnson are ahead of that mark. 1-2 pitch, hard ground ball on one hop. Knocked down by Schmidt. Long throw, got him. Nice play, Mike Schmidt. Holding at second base is Keith Hernandez. Sharply hit ball by Tony Scott. Schmidt knocked it down and threw him out, 2 down. That'll bring on Mike Tyson, the second baseman. First base is open. The pitcher due up next, but Bob Forsch is a very fine hitting pitcher. Hernandez second base and 2 down. A pickoff try at second base, and Hernandez back in plenty of time.
It's almost a new move for Carlton, kind of a corkscrew move. I didn't think you could make your body turn that way, but Steve is into this physical therapy program, and I guess he's doing a lot of things he couldn't do before.
Here's a hard ground ball. Sizemore breaking the wrong way. A base hit to right field. Hernandez rounding third. He'll score easily, and St. Louis leads it 1-0. Sizemore must have thought there was going to be another pickoff play, because he was moving to second base, and the ball was hit directly at the spot he vacated. It'll be a base hit for Mike Tyson. The run is unearned, but the Cardinals lead it 1-0.
Of course, you can't move that soon, and that's a good reason why he left second base too soon. I have a feeling that he may have lost the ball, because it was hit right exactly where he was standing. Looked like a routine ball when it was hit.
Cardinals lead it 1-0. Here's pitcher Bob Forsch, and he looks at a fastball over for a strike call. We're in the second. St. Louis up 1-0. Here's a pitch on the way to Forsch, and he swings and misses at a good breaking ball. The count 0-2 to him. Forsch knows what to do with the bat. Lifetime, he's hitting .224. Here's the pitch to him. Ground ball in the hole, a base hit to left field. Tyson will hold on at second base, and the Cardinals have runners at first and second, 2 down. So pitcher Bob Forsch gets the third hit off Carlton. 2 outs. It brings up the top of the order, Lou Brock. Brock struck out his first time up. Mike Tyson at second base. At first base, Bob Forsch. 2 down, second inning. A run across. St. Louis leading 1-0. Here's a pitch on the way to Brock. A breaking ball. Tapped softly to third. Trouble. Schmidt bare hand throws. He got it. Great play by Mike Schmidt, getting Steve Carlton out of a big jam here in the second. Schmidt, a brilliant bare hand play, and he just nipped Lou Brock. For St. Louis in the second, a run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. And after 1.5, Cards 1, Phillies nothing.
A team's greatness is shown by the brand of baseball they play. And it's the same with the Acme team of meat specialists who have their brand, too. It's Lancaster brand. And they make sure it stands for the finest quality meats of every kind and variety. Because they're the experts in choosing and cutting meats, in answering your questions, and in filling your special requests. So for quality Lancaster brand meats, depend on the Lancaster brand team.
Happily Super Saver, serving you as our policy. A real pleasure.
Well, I remember way back in '62, and those magic moments with Mary Lou, hanging out at the drive-in in my '57 Ford V8.
Hey, Rocky, I bet my Ford's better than your Ford.
Oh, yeah? What do you got in that thing?
Yeah, well, I got a new set of champion plugs.
Oh, well. Hey, listen, man, I just remembered I gotta get my ducktail trimmed, right? It's Tuesday.
Now time will change. My priorities have been rearranged.
Hey, Rocky, I bet my Pinto gets better mileage than your Pinto.
Oh, yeah? Tell me, what do you got in that thing?
Yeah, well, I got a new set of champion plugs.
Oh, wow. Hey, I got a split. I just remembered I gotta get a hair transplant, right? Hey, time's changed.
Yeah, buy a better plug for any kind of car than Champion. You can buy a better plug no matter where you are than Champion. Champion #1 in the world, #1 in your car.
Now, as we move to the bottom half of the second inning, let's pause for station identification along the Phil's Baseball Network.
At 8:32, this is KYW Philadelphia. AccuWeather says clear, breezy, cooler tonight, the low 41. Tomorrow mainly sunny, windy and cool, the high 60. Currently 66 degrees, clear on Independence Mall.
Greg Luzinski will lead off for the Phillies here in the second. The Bull had an excellent year last year against St. Louis pitching, and in particular against Bob Forsch. Luzinski off Bob Forsch last year, 7 for 15, 4 of them home runs, 9 runs batted in. Here's Forsch's pitch to Greg, swing and a fly ball left center field, coming hard. Lou Brock, he's there, makes the catch. So Luzinski flies out to shallow left center. There's 1 down. That'll bring on Rich Hebner. Hebner had a pretty good spring. He hit .254, but hit with power. He hit 5 home runs, knocked in 11 runs. St. Louis leading 1-0. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. Bob Forsch winds. Here's the pitch to Hebner. Fastball is high for a ball. 1-0 the count to Richie Hebner with 1 down. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Hebner. Change bouncing up there, and it's 2-0. Hebner to be followed by Gary Maddox. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Hebner, a big swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike with 1 down. Second inning, St. Louis leading at 1-0. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Hebner, a bouncing foul down the first base side. Well, the Phillies and the Redbirds here again tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. Sunday will be sweatshirt day. Lovely night tonight for baseball, and we're assured that Sunday is supposed to be a beautiful day. Pitch to Hebner low, and it's a full count. Bob Forsch, big hard throwing right-hander, younger brother of the Houston Astros, Ken Forsch. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball just foul down the first base side. So it remains 3-2 to Rich Hebner. Hebner started last season on the disabled list. Thought he had a good spring and says he feels fine. 3-2 pitch to Hebner, swinging a ground ball, fair past Keith Hernandez down the right field line. Hebner's going to drive for two. The throw by Morales. He is out at second base. Great throw by Jerry Morales to shortstop Gary Templeton. It'll be a base hit for Richie Hebner. And Hebner is an aggressive base runner. He was going all the way, but he was nailed on a good throw by Jerry Morales.
Little surprised when he took that turn and headed for second because Morales got over there in a hurry and had the ball just about the time Richie made his big turn. And the throw was in plenty of time.
Well, Hebner gets the first hit off Forge, a base hit past the diving Keith Hernandez. Nailed at second base. Here's Gary Maddox. Pitch to Maddox, big swing and a miss at a high fastball. 1 strike to Maddox. Here's the pitch on the way to him, swing and a foul ball off the end of his bat and into the photography deck, and he broke his bat on it, 0-2. Maddox admits that opening night finds him more nervous than any other game during the course of the year, including the playoffs. Gary, of course, struggled last year at the outset of the season from the leadoff spot. He was struggling at about 1 for 22. But finished the season strong to hit .291. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Slider missing outside. It's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes to Maddox with 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Gary. Swing and a pop foul behind the Phillies dugout. It's out of play. St. Louis leading 1-0. We're playing in the bottom of the second. Cardinals scored an unearned run in the top half of this inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Maddox. Fastball inside. It's 2-2. Porsche against the Phillies last year was 3-1. Lifetime 6-3. Here's his 2-2 pitch. Swing and a long drive into deep left center field. Brock is back. This ball is high off the fence in left center. Maddox at second base with a stand-up double. Gary came a couple of feet from putting that ball out of here. A double off the bat of Gary Maddox. He's at second with 2 down.
Gary hit a good fastball. When it left the bat, it looked like it had a shot to go over that fence. Lou Brock almost got up there to it. Gary, with opening day jitters, didn't hurt him on that swing.
Gary said he thinks the best he ever did on opening day was 1 for 4. Well, he has 1 for 1 so far tonight. Here's Tim McCarver. McCarver hit .320 for the Phils last year, catching Steve Carlton, pinch hitting. Did a great job. Gary Maddox at second base, 2 outs. Bottom half of the second, St. Louis leading at 1-0. Here's a stretch by Porsche. And the pitch to McCarver. Bouncing ball to Mike Tyson. He gloves and throws, and the Phillies are down in the second. No runs in the inning on 2 hits. No errors and 1 man left. And at the end of 2, the score is St. Louis 1, Phils 0. Now it's time for a tasty break.
Tasty cake is a day in spring, a brand new love or a golden ring. Tasty cake is the morning sun, it's all the good things wrapped up in one. Tasty cake is a deep blue sea, a song that sings for you and me. Tasty cake is a world of fun, it's all the good things wrapped up in one.
At Tasty Cake, it's just not enough to bring our fans the very best tasting cake money can buy. We want to bring you more. That's why this year, Tasty Cake is especially proud once again to be a part of Phillies radio broadcast. A hearty congratulations for the Phils' second consecutive Eastern Division championship in 1977. Let's hope 1978 brings even bigger and better things. For the Phillies and for all their fans, you're all the good things wrapped up in one.
Tasty cake is a world of fun, it's all the good things wrapped up in one.
Well, the weatherman says Sunday afternoon should be a beautiful day, and it's sweatshirt day for all youngsters 14 and under here at Veterans Stadium. Free Phillies sweatshirt just like the players wear. Here in the third inning, for more play-by-play, here's Rich Ashburn.
Okay, Harry. Gary Templeton on the first pitch, a high fly ball to right field. Baton McBride right there puts it away, and Templeton is out on one pitch. Templeton had grounded out back to Carlton his first time up. So one pitch, one out here in the third. And the batter's Jerry Morales, who singled his first time up. Cardinals lead 1-0. We're in the third. They scored an unearned run in the second inning. Morales takes a pitch a little outside, ball one. Morales figures to help this Cardinal club. Carlton right back. Curveball is grounded foul. 1-1 the count to Morales. Ted Simmons will bat next. Big crowd, good night for baseball. Here's a ground ball, hit sharply to Hebner. Good play. Carlton late covering, and he doesn't cover. And Morales is safe with his second infield hit. Hebner made a good play, catching the ball hard to his right. But Carlton, late coming off the mound, could not beat Morales to the bag. Steve will do that occasionally. He seems to get almost a mental lapse on covering first base, and it cost him a base hit there. Morales on first, one down. The batter's Ted Simmons. The Phillies have not executed very well so far tonight. Carlton's pitch is a pitch out, almost threw it away. Nothing on. Simmons struck out his first time up. Infield hoping for the double play ball. Simmons, a switch hitter, batting right-handed. Carlton moves to first base, not in time to get Morales. Morales not taking a very big lead. Carlton ready again, checks the runner. Pitch on the way, ground ball towards third. Schmidt, bad hop, grabs it, second for one. First, not in time for the double play. A ball hit a seam down there, and Schmidt made a fine play in the ball. They got the force at second, but Schmidt having to make the adjustment fielding didn't have time to really get set to get the double play, but they get the force play at second, so Simmons is on first, two down. The batter is Keith Hernandez. He got on an error his first time up and scored the only run of the ball game. Carlton's pitch to him is outside, ball one. Schmidt has been doing a lot of slipping and sliding around that third base area. He's almost fallen a couple of times. Pitch on the way is low and outside, 2-0 the count to Hernandez. Hebner is not holding the bag on Simmons, and Simmons is able to get a pretty good lead. He doesn't run much. 2-0 pitch, fouled back to the screen. Keith Hernandez, a left-hand hitter, does hit left-hand pitching well. Cardinals leading 1-0. We're in the top of the third. Simmons on first, two outs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low and outside, 3-1 the count. If Hernandez gets on, Kenny Reitz will bat. Cardinals have had some base runners. There goes Simmons. Here's a line drive, left center field, dropping quickly, base hit. Simmons is rounding third, and he's going to try and score. We're going to have a play at home plate, and Simmons is out! Oh, baby! Good relay by Bo. Tim McCarver setting up a roadblock. And they just got Simmons at home plate. For the Cardinals, no runs, 2 hits, 1 left on. Phillies batting in the third. They trail 1-0.
A luxury car ought to give you your money's worth of luxury. It ought to be big enough for you to stretch out in and have a smooth and easy ride. Chrysler Cordova gives you all that and more. You not only get options like Corinthian leather, but 5 different roof styles, one of them a sunroof. Not to mention that great Chrysler engineering, with standard features like the lean burn engine that gives you better performance. Chrysler Cordova, the ultimate personal luxury car. See it at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer and get your money's worth.
Cotman Transmission wants you to keep your car. When you bring your car to the Cotman man, he'll road test and visually inspect the entire machine, from the front radiator to the rear axle. If the problem is not in the automatic transmission, he'll tell you where the problem is, in clear, simple terms. If the problem is the automatic transmission, he'll tell you that, too, in clear, simple terms, before you leave your car. These services are free, of course. Free towing, free road test, free visual inspection, free advice. That's why Cotman has grown throughout the United States and Canada. Wherever you find people who care about their cars, that's where you'll find Cotman Transmission. Cotman. We fix transmissions because we know how.
For the leaders in preventive maintenance, check your local yellow pages for the Cotman man near you. Well, we just saw a Spalding Guide relay throw from Gary Maddox to Larry Boa to Tim McCarver to wipe out a possible Cardinal run. Maddox threw the ball to Boa, running hard and threw across his body, and of course Boa threw a strike to McCarver. Here's Ted Sizemore leading off, bottom of the third. And Sizemore fouls the pitch back, strike one. It'll be Sizemore, Carlton, and McBride to face the hard-throwing right-hander Bob Forsch. Talked about the Phillies not executing so far tonight, but that was almost a classic play from the outfield to nail Ted Simmons at home plate. Strike one on Sizemore. Forsch with a pitch. Pop foul, out of play. Forsch ahead in the count, 0-2. Well, the Dodgers in Atlanta are tied 3-3. They're in the third inning. Sutton and Necro, the pitchers. Davey Lopes has hit a 3-run homer for the Dodgers in the third inning to tie that game. Pitch to Sizemore is a little bit high in the count. Ball one, strike two to Sizemore. Cardinals lead 1-0. They scored an unearned run in the second inning. 1-2 pitch to Sizemore. Fouled away. Phillies and Cardinals tomorrow night. Game time 7:35. A 1:35 start on Sunday. That'll be sweatshirt day here at the park. Pretty good item, that Phillies sweatshirt. The youngsters 14 and under will get that. Pitch by Forsch is low and outside. Gets away from Simmons, and the count goes to 2-2 on Sizemore. Cardinals have a run on 5 hits. The Phillies no runs on 2 hits. Two and 2 the count. Forsch gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a good fastball. Sizemore strikes out. 1 down. Second strikeout for Bob Forsch. And the batter will be pitcher Steve Carlton. Carlton, a good hitter. Forsch is pitching very well so far tonight. He gave up a single and a double in the second inning, but Hebner was thrown out on his single, trying to stretch it into a double. Big play for the Cardinals because Maddox followed with a double off the left center field fence. Ball one the count to Carlton. And a foul ball back to the net. 1-1 the count on Steve Carlton. Big opening night crowd here. Free to do a great pregame show. 1-1 pitch. Carlton takes it high and outside. Ball 2 and a strike. Kenny Reed's in very shallow at third. Here's a hard hit ball towards second. Tyson bobbles, recovers, throws to first, and Carlton is out. Well, the Cardinals, a couple of them at least, were leaving the infield. They thought that was a third out. But Bate McBride gets to bat with 2 down. McBride lined out to the second baseman his first time up. 2 outs and nobody on. We're in the bottom of the third. Cardinals lead 1-0. Pirates won today 1-0 over the Cubs. John Candelaria with a shutout. Here's a fly ball, shallow center field, coming hard is Scott, still coming, can't get it. Base hit. And McBride will hold with a single as Jerry Morales made a good backup play. Big McBride on with a 2-out single. Tony Scott in center field really gave it a good try. Almost caught it, but he couldn't quite get to it. The ball bounced away from him, but right fielder Jerry Morales had come over to back up. So McBride on first, 2 outs. The batter's Larry Boa. Larry lined out to left field his first time up. Lou Brock made a fine catch on his line drive. Cardinals shift on Boa. They play him around to the left side. McBride with a good lead. Pitch to Boa is inside, ball 1. McBride always a threat to steal. Might take a shot at it here. Four shot of the stretch, checks the runner. There goes McBride. Here's a ground ball hit by Boa to Hernandez, a one-hopper. Hernandez steps on the bag, and Boa is out. McBride had a good jump, but Boa grounds out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. At the end of 3 full innings, it's the Cardinals 1, the Phillies nothing.
Plymouth Arrow gets great mileage, 39 on the highway, 29 in the city, and has a low sticker price, $38.41, excluding taxes and destination charges, and features like reclining buckets, tinted glass, and fold-down rear seat. So when you get a Plymouth Arrow, you get your money's worth. The mileage is an EPA estimate for a manual transmission Arrow with 1.6-liter E engine. Your mileage may differ. Plymouth Arrow's great mileage, price, and features give you your money's worth. See it today at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. At Gino's.
It is fantastic. It's Gino's Super Salad Bar. All the salad I can eat. Salad created by the world's greatest salad chef, me.
Me too.
You?
Sure. You're not the only one who can whip up a salad from Gino's Super Salad Bar. All those crispy greens are just ready for picking.
And don't forget those luscious tomatoes.
Or the chickpeas.
Croutons.
Beans.
Beets.
Peppers.
And more.
With 5 delectable dressings. French, blue cheese, Russian, oil and vinegar, and Italian.
Yours for the making at Gino's Super Salad Bar.
All the salads you can eat, and you make it yourself.
That's why
we're feeling good.
Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. At Gino's.
Kenny reached the batter with a count of 2 strikes on him, and he has to bite the dust as Carlton comes high and inside with a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kenny Reach leading off for the Cardinals here in the 4th. And here's another foul ball back of home plate. Count stays at 1-2 on Reach. It'll be Reach, Scott, and Tyson here in the Cardinal 4th inning. There's a ball that bounces up there in front of home plate. 2-2 the count. Kenny Reach grounded out his first time up. And the 2-2 pitch. Here's a long drive left field. This is going to leave the ballpark. A home run for Kenny Reach. He jumped on a 2-2 breaking ball, and he drilled it. Jumped on a 2-2 breaking ball, and he drilled it right into the bleachers in left field. So the Cardinals on Kenny Reach's first home run of the year. His first run batted in, and the Cardinals lead it 2-0. And the batter will be center fielder Tony Scott. Scott grounded out his first time up. Schmidt made a nice play on him. Scott ground ball towards short. Boa hard to his left, grabs it, fires the first. Scott is out by a step. Good play by Larry Boa going to his left, and there's 1 away. So a Kenny Reach home run, an unearned run in the second inning, and the Cardinals lead it 2-0. Here's second baseman Mike Tyson. He knocked in the first Cardinal run on a ground ball that Teddy Sizemore may have lost in the crowd because he broke the wrong way and the ball went right by him. Tyson takes outside, ball 1. Carlton winds the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Tyson. Tyson, a little right-hand batter. Cardinals have 2 runs on 6 hits. The Phillies no runs on 3 hits. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Threw the fastball right by him. Carlton ahead in the count, 1-2. Carlton wants another pitch from McCarver, and here it is. Fouled away back into the crowd. great play down there by a young fan who brought his glove. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away again. It's Houston 2, Cincinnati 1. Cincinnati batting in the second inning or third inning. Joe Ferguson has hit a home run for Houston, his second of the year. Tyson swings and misses, but the ball gets away from McCarver and rolls into the Phillies dugout. Carlton will get a strikeout, and I believe it'll be a wild pitch. The ball bounced up in front of home plate. McCarver got a piece of it. That's what it's going to be. Carlton will get a strikeout, but a wild pitch, and Tyson's on first with one away. Pitcher Bob Force, the batter. He singled his first time up. Force squares around the bunt. He does. McCarver grabs it. Fires to first. Force is out. Tyson on the second on the sacrifice bunt. Force bunted that ball right in front of home plate. McCarver jumping on it, making the play at first. Lou Brock, the batter. Lou was 0 for 2, was robbed of a base hit on a fine play by Mike Schmidt. Tyson on second, 2 outs. Cardinals leading 2-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. Carlton sets. Here's the pitch to Brock. Pop foul, left side, out of play. Strike one on Brock. Brock has a big gap in right center field. Hits a line drive, left field, base hit. Rounding third, Tyson. He's going to score, and the Cardinals lead it 3-0. Lou Brock with a single to left. He kind of slung it into left field. Tyson scoring, and the Cardinals have opened up a 3-0 lead. Brock's first base hit of the ball game, a run batted in for him. Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies Baseball Network.
At 8:58, this is KYW Philadelphia. AccuWeather says clear, breezy, cooler tonight, the low 41. Tomorrow, sunny, windy, and cool with a high near 60. Right now, 65 degrees, clear on Independence Mall.
Lou Brock on first, 2 down. Of course, Brock always a threat to steal. Has stolen more bases than anybody in baseball history, 900 of them. Carlton goes to first, too late. Gary Templeton's a batter. Templeton is grounded out and flied out. Carlton checks Brock at first. The pitch out, nothing on. Ball 1 to Templeton. Cardinals have taken advantage of 2 Phillies misplays. Cost the Phillies a couple of runs. Brock almost picked off as Carlton goes to first. Lou really had to dive back in there. Carlton sets again. Goes to first again, too late. It's the 4th time he's thrown to first base. Ball 1 to count to Templeton. Carlton ready again. Goes to first again. Not in time. Little cat and mouse game going on between Steve Carlton and Lou Brock. Brock with a big lead. And here's a pitch, a slow grounder towards short. Boa has it, flips to second. They get the force on Brock, and that'll retire the side. But the Cardinals scored 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 left on. Phillies batting in the 4th. They trail in the game 3-0, and now it's time for a tasty break. Why do the same kind of people who love those fantastic Phillies also love Tasty Cake? Because both bring out the kids that's there in all of us. Like the delicious taste of Tasty Cake chocolate cupcakes, cream-filled cupcakes, and cream-filled coffee cake. For kids from 9 to 90. Tasty Cake and those fabulous Phillies are all the good things wrapped up in one.
Tasty Cake is a world of fun. All of us things wrapped up in one.
There's a demanding cat around. He's at your Lincoln Mercury dealers, and he wants these dealers to sell every Mercury in stock. Every one. That means you have a great chance to get into any one of his fine cars right now. From the full-size Mercury Marquis right through his Cougars, Zephyrs, Monarchs, and Bobcats. They're all up for grabs right now. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer quick, because that cat means business. At the sign of the cat.
This is the year now you can have the ultimate in color television. Once you see General Electric's VIR set perform, your color standards will never be the same. VIR broadcast-controlled color, the Emmy-winning system pioneered by GE,
actually monitors the broadcast signal and uses it to adjust color and tint automatically. GE VIR Performance Color TV delivers lifelike flesh tones and realistic background colors. Treat yourself and see VIR Color Television today at your local GE dealer.
Are you looking for a new and convenient way to get to the ballpark? Well, why not try the new SEPTA KYW Sports Express subway train? This specially decorated train leaves the Fern Rock Station exactly 1 hour before each Phillies game and departs immediately following the game. The train makes stops at Olney, Erie, City Hall, and Walnut Locust, a clean, comfortable way to get to the ballpark. That's the SEPTA KYW Sports Express, leaves Fern Rock 1 hour before each game. You ought to try it. Mike Schmidt, the batter, takes a pitch low and outside, ball one. It'll be Schmidt, Lazinski, and Hebner. The Phillies trail in the ball game, 3-0. Schmidt struck out his first time up, takes a pitch low and outside, ball two. Mike Schmidt, the Phillies team captain this season. Danny Ozark gave him that job in spring training. Schmidt takes low and outside, ball three. Force so far has pitched shutout ball, has only given up 3 base hits, 2 singles, and a double. 3-0 pitch to Schmidt is a called strike. Force has not walked anybody as yet. Ball 3 and a strike to Mike Schmidt. Schmidt leading off here in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies need runs. They trail by 3. Schmidt fouls a pitch off the shin guard of catcher Ted Simmons, and Simmons limping a little bit down there. Even though the catcher has those shin guards on, those foul tips can hurt. Cardinal trainer out. Simmons will be all right. That's one of the hazards of the catching profession, foul tips. Full count to Schmidt. Cardinals play Schmidt as a dead pull hitter, and they play him deep. 3-2 pitch. Schmitty loops one right back to the pitcher. Forshover makes the play. Schmitty really got jammed. Hit a little looping fly ball right to the left of the mound. Bob Porsche making the play himself. Schmidt is out, 1 down. Greg Lazinski, the batter. Greg flied out to left field his first time up. Porsche really throwing a good fastball tonight. Ready to pitch to the bull. Greg takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Phillies really haven't had much of a threat against Porsche. Maddox got to second base. He's the only runner to have gotten that far. Here's a ground ball deep short. A 2-hopper. Templeton up with it. Over to first to Hernandez, and Lazinski's out. 2 outs here in the 4th, and the batter will be Richie Hebner. Hebner singled his first time out, but was thrown out at second base, trying to stretch it into a double. 2 outs and nobody on. Phillies really struggled early in the season last year, then came on strong about June. They really started playing good baseball. Hebner takes a curveball over, strike 1. Porsche winds. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. 2 strikes on Richie Hebner. Richie's father, Bill Hebner, down from Boston to see the game tonight. We want to send our best along to Elizabeth LaSpada, mother of Kathy LaSpada Baker, who works here at the Phillies ballpark. Elizabeth just getting out of the hospital, great Phillies fan. 2 strikes on Hebner. And the Cardinals really shift around for Hebner. They play him as a dead pull hitter. Curveball misses outside. 1-2 the count to Hebner. Cardinals are going to be troublesome this season. They have a lot of good contact hitters. Hebner backs off as the pitch comes low and inside. 2-2 the count. 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 the count to Hebner. Pitch on the way. Fly ball, right center field, dropping quickly, base hit. Extra bases, the ball's in the gap. Scott playing it off the right center field wall, and Hebner in with a double. Hebner's second hit of the ball game. A line drive double into right center field. Gary Maddox will be the batter. Gary doubled his first time up. Hebner's at second, 2 outs. Phillies trailing 3-0. Bottom of the 4th inning. 1 home run in the game, hit by Cardinal third baseman Kenny Reitz. Force ready to pitch to Maddox. Checks the runner at second. Maddox fouls one off. Strike 1 on Gary Lee. A lot of Phillies saddened by the departure of utility infielder Terry Harmon, who was given his unconditional release yesterday. Terry had a lot of friends on the team, Terry and Kay Harmon. Here's a line drive caught by second baseman Mike Tyson, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. At the end of 4 complete innings, the Cardinals lead the Phillies 3-0.
Plymouth Arrow gets great mileage, 39 on the highway, 29 in the city, and has a low sticker price, $38.41, excluding taxes and destination charges, and features like reclining buckets, tinted glass, and fold-down rear seat. So when you get a Plymouth Arrow, you get your money's worth. The mileage is an EPA estimate for a manual transmission Arrow with 1.6-liter E engine. Your mileage may differ. Plymouth Arrow's great mileage, price, and features give you your money's worth. See it today at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Get to know ya, have a chance to show ya, round for just a while. Take you to the places, meet some brand new faces, share a Coke and make you smile. I couldn't help but notice, in my heart I noticed, could be something good. Can't we talk it over, lunch and Coca-Cola? I really kinda think we should go walking, talking, dance through the night. The taste of Coke, Coke, make it right. Coke has life, and when we see you down, it's really nice to get to know ya. Oh, the Coca-Cola, life is looking good. Coca-Cola, Coke has life, and when we see you in the town, it's really nice to get to know ya. Oh, the Coca-Cola, life.
Harry Kellis, 5th inning baseball. Harry?
All right, thank you, Rich. Jerry Morales leading off and hits a line drive into center field, and he has a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game. Morales had 2 infield singles in his first 2 at-bats and lines a base hit to center. Here's Ted Simmons, and he takes a pitch high for a ball. Simmons has struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice. The hit by Jerry Morales, hit number 8, given up by Carlton. St. Louis leading 3-0. We're in the 5th. Here's a pitch to Simmons and a fastball missing in the count, 2-0. Two and 0 to switch hitter Ted Simmons. Here's Carlton's stretch. 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike to Simmons. Jerry Morales at first base with his 3rd straight hit. A throw to first base, and Jerry Morales gets back in time. Now the stretch by Carlton. 2-1 pitch, swing and a drive into right center field, a gapper, and going all the way back to the fence. Jerry Morales rounding 3rd. He'll score. Ted Simmons at 2nd with a stand-up double. And the Cardinals lead it 4-0. That's hit number 9, given up by Carlton, and the Phillies have bullpen activity. Warren Brewster is up and throwing. Pitching coach Ray Ripplemeyer coming out to the mound. Cardinals lead this game 4-0 in the 5th inning. Ted Simmons drives in his first run of the year, as Steve Carlton has given up at least a hit in every inning. Only 1 in the first when he struck out 2, but given up hits by the pair in the last 4 innings. Carlton will stay in the ball game as pitching coach Ray Ripplemeyer comes back to the dugout. There's Keith Hernandez. Hernandez has been safe on an error and has doubled. Carlton stretch in the pitch to Hernandez. A sidearm breaking ball, low for a ball. Now the stretch. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, bounce foul down the first base side. It's 1-1. Carlton, despite phenomenal years, twice winning the Cy Young Award for the Phils, 3 times a 20-game winner, has never enjoyed great openers. He's coming to the Phillies. He is 1-3 in opening day assignments. Pitch on the way, bouncing ball, has eyes maybe. Hebner fields to Carlton, covering, not in time. A head first slide is Keith Hernandez. Hernandez safe at first base. It'll be an infield single, and the Cardinals have runners at first and third and nobody out.
Well, there again, Steve Carlton with that mental lapse, not getting over to the bag, and Danny Ozark is coming out. That's going to be all for Carlton. Carlton hurt himself a little bit here, not covering first twice tonight. Hebner has made a couple of pretty good plays, but you got to have a pitcher there to throw it to. We have a pitching change for the Phillies. The Cardinals are leading 4-0, trying to get some more, and we'll be back right after this.
Want to add new sparkle and excitement to a humdrum world? Well, enroll for summer courses at Widener College in nearby suburban Chester, PA. Widen your world with Widener. There are long lists of subjects available, both graduate and undergraduate, both day and evening classes, as well as a Widener Way for Women program. Perhaps you need a few credits prior to September. Perhaps you're thinking of re-entering college. Perhaps you're out of high school a few years and want to give college a try. Widener College is a fully accredited college where you can work toward a degree or just take a course or two that will make your life more interesting and your career more rewarding. Day courses at Widener include business administration, engineering, social science, paralegal, humanities, and science, just to name a few. In addition, evening courses include accounting and management, liberal arts, science, engineering, and social science. MBA courses are also offered in the evening. Make this summer rewarding as well as enjoyable. Call Widener College at 876-5551 for additional information.
Plymouth Arrow gets great mileage, 39 on the highway, 29 in the city, and has a low sticker price, $38.41, excluding taxes and destination charges, and features like reclining buckets, tinted glass, and fold-down rear seat. So when you get a Plymouth Arrow, you get your money's worth. The mileage is an EPA estimate for a manual transmission Arrow with 1.6-liter E engine. Your mileage may differ. Plymouth Arrow's great mileage, price, and features give you your money's worth. See it today at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Well, the Phillies' new pitcher is right-hander Warren Brewster, who had a fine year for the Phils last year. 7-2 his record with 3 saves. He didn't get much of an opportunity to save games, but did his job in roles like this, where he came in a tough spot in the middle innings and managed to pitch his way out of a lot of them last year. His earned run mark was 2.66. As Brew is taking his warm-up tosses, let's check the Major League scoreboard. The Mets beat Montreal 3-1 today. The win going to Jerry Koosman, the loss to Steve Rogers. Gary Carter, a homer, accounting for the Expos' only run. Pirates 1, Cubs nothing, despite just 3 hits for Pittsburgh. Chicago had 7, but John Candelaria shut him out on 7 hits. Rick Russell took the loss. Tonight it's Atlanta 4, Los Angeles 3. They're in the 4th inning. Phil Niekro against Don Sutton. Dave Lopes, a 3-run homer for the Dodgers, accounting for all their runs, and Jerry Royster, a home run for Atlanta. San Diego beat San Francisco 3-2 today. And here's Ken Reitz in the pitch by Brewster. Line drive speared by Larry Boa. Good play by Boa. The infield was drawn in. Reitz hit a line drive. Boa leaped high in the air and made a glove hand stab. So Reitz is out. That's 1 down, and that'll bring up Tony Scott. St. Louis runners first and third. A run in. We're in the 5th inning. 4-0 Cardinals. Simmons at third base. Hernandez at first. Phillies are playing at double play depth, but this fella, Tony Scott, a tough man to double up. The pitch to him is tap foul. 1 strike to count to Scott, who's hit the ball sharply twice, but twice he has grounded out. Once to Schmidt, once to Boa. Boa looking into the dugout to see how the Phillies want to play it. Now the infield is drawn in. Ted Simmons at third, Keith Hernandez first, one out. Here's Brewster's pitch. Swing and a hard ground ball. Great grab, Boa. Decides one relay. Double play. What a play by Larry Boa. Boa diving stop, took a hit away from Scott and turned it into a double play. Tremendous play by shortstop Larry Boa. For the Cardinals in the fifth. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. Larry Boa making a brilliant play to prevent more scoring. 1 man left, and at the end of 4.5, it's 4-0 St. Louis. You want a lot of things in your new car, the right style, color, features. You get all that and more with Plymouth Volare, because Volare gives you your money's worth in 3 different ways. Coupe with a slant 6 engine, sedan that's roomy and comfortable, and the family-size wagon that gives so many people their money's worth. It's the #1 selling wagon in America over the past 2 years. No matter which Volare you choose, you get your money's worth, because they all put the accent on value. See Volare today at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
All of Warren's 16-card and gift shops have friendly people waiting to give you personal attention. Select beautiful gifts at a leisurely pace for friends, family, or even for yourself. We gift wrap free at Warren's, where shopping is a pleasure. Warren's has a complete candle department, Hallmark cards, humble figurines, Monet jewelry, copper, brass, and fine wood products, imported lead crystal, gifts for all ages, wrapped free at the wonderful world of Warren's. You've never seen such wonders. Visit our Warren's card and gift shop in the Antietam Valley Shopping Center, Reading, PA.
Tim McCarver leading off for the Phillies, bottom half of the 5th inning. Tim grounded out his first time up. Cardinals lead 4-0, about hit the Phils 10-4. Larry Boa getting the Phillies out of further trouble in the top half of this inning with a brilliant play. Pitch to McCarver, low and inside for a ball. McCarver to be followed by Ted Sizemore, then possibly Warren Brewster, possibly a pinch hitter. Ron Reed is up in the Phillies bullpen. 1-0 pitch to Tim McCarver is high and away. It's ball 2, 2-0. Porsche hasn't walked anybody. He has struck out 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch to McCarver, and it's low and inside. Ball 3, 3-0. So Tim will watch the next couple of pitches pretty closely. The Phillies need base runners, trailing by 4, 4-0. 3-0 pitch. Slow, ball 4. He walked Tim McCarver on 4 pitches. So Tim is a base runner with nobody out. It'll bring up Ted Sizemore. Size struck out his first time up. Moving into the on-deck circle is Bob Boone, the pinch hit for Warren Brewster. Sizemore with McCarver at first, nobody out. The pitch to Size is over for a strike call. Bob Porsche stretches. Here's the pitch to Sizemore, low and away with a breaking ball. It's 1-1. Porsche back on the rubber. Here's the stretch. 1-1 pitch to Sizemore, low and inside. Ball 2, it's 2-1, and Ted Simmons trots out to settle down Bob Porsche.
One thing you don't want to do with a 4-run lead is start walking batters, and of course that base on ball to McCarver, the first one that Porsche has given up.
Cincinnati has tied Houston with a run in the 4th after 4 at Riverfront. They're 2-2. Johnny Bench hitting a home run to tie that game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up into shallow center field. Coming hard, Tony Scott. He's there and makes the catch. So Sizemore is out on a pop fly to shallow center, 1 down, and Bob Boone is going to come out and pinch hit for Warren Brewster. So Well, Brewster gets the job done, aided by a great play by Larry Boa, but he came in with runners at first and third and nobody out and prevented the Cardinals from further scoring. Booney was the Phillies' best hitter against St. Louis last year. In fact, he was the best hitter in the National League against Cardinal pitching. He hit .435 against St. Louis pitching. Here's the pitch to Boone. He looks at one over for a strike called. Ron Reed will be the Phillies' new pitcher. He's come in from the bullpen. Bottom half of the fifth, 4-0 St. Louis. Here's the pitch to Boone. Check swing, and the ball hits his bat and dribbles out in front of the plate, gloved by Ted Sizemore, and he throws out Bob Boone. Boone didn't want to swing at the high inside pitch, but it hit his bat and dribbled right out in front of the plate, where Simmons fielded it. Booney is out 2 down, and that'll bring up the top of the order, Bake McBride. Bake has lined out and singled. On the play, McCarver moving up to second base with 2 outs. McBride trying to get the Phillies on the scoreboard. There's a stretch by Porsche, and a pitch to Bake is low and inside. Good block by Ted Simmons, ball 1. Well, this past week, the Phillies lost a great friend when Frank Spare passed away. Frank, a real gentleman, a tremendous Phillies fan, had been the Phillies ticket agent in Trenton for years and years. Time is called. Tim McCarver at second base, 2 outs. Something thrown out of the outfield where it's chased down by Tony Scott. Nothing to count to Bake McBride. There's a stretch by Porsche, and the pitch to Bake is low again, ball 2. It's 2-0. Larry Boa waiting on deck. Bob Porsche stretches. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a little dribbler to third baseman Ken Reitz, who throws a wide throw, but a good stab by Keith Hernandez, and McBride is out. Nice play by first baseman Keith Hernandez, and the Phillies go down in the 5th. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 5, the score remains Cardinals 4, Phils nothing. And now it's time for a tasty break.
Tasty cake is a day in spring, a brand new love or a golden ring. Tasty cake is the morning sun, it's all the good things wrapped up in one. Tasty cake is a gift to see, a song they're singing for you and me. Tasty cake is a world of fun, it's all the good things wrapped up in one.
Why do the same kind of people who love those fantastic Phillies also love Tasty Cake? Because both bring out the kid that's there in all of us. Like the delicious taste of Tasty Cake chocolate cupcakes, tempting cream-filled chocolate, cream-filled buttercream cupcakes, and cream-filled coffee cake too. With a tall, cold glass of milk, they're an irresistible treat for kids from 9 to 90. Tasty Cake and those fabulous Phillies are all the good things wrapped up in one.
Tasty Cake is a world of fun, all the good things wrapped up in one.
And these are the top stories making news at this hour. Parole violation has been performed by Carol Grudzinski. She has been ordered back to prison. President Carter says he will defer production of the neutron bomb to see what the Russians will do. President Brezhnev of the Soviet Union says Mr. Carter is stalling on the new SALT Pact for political reasons. 2 Philadelphia policemen charged with homicide and aggravated assault on a Kensington teenager will surrender to the DA Monday, but will remain on duty. And the Whitman Park Council will return to court in its continuing battle to keep public housing out of the neighborhood. Back to that stadium and the Phillies cards game.
We have a new Phillies battery. Bob Boone stays in the game to catch Ron Reed, the new pitcher. Mike Tyson leading off to face Reed. He takes one low for a ball, and Reed's next delivery is over for a strike call. 1-1 the count to Tyson. He has singled, struck out, and been safe on a wild pitch. He's knocked in a run and scored one, and the pitch to him is low, and it's 2-1. Reed last year for the Phils, 7-5, along with 15 saves and an earned run mark of 2.76. Here's his 2-1 pitch. Swing, ground ball, second base. Ted Sizemore has it and throws, and Tyson is out 1 down. Let's pause for station identification along the Phil's Baseball Network.
At 9:28, this is KYW Philadelphia. AccuWeather says breezy, clear, and cooler tonight, below around 41 at 65 degrees and clear at Independence Mall.
That'll bring on the pitcher, Bob Forsch. He is singled in sacrifice, so he is 1 for 1. Good hitting pitcher. And the pitch from Reed, swing and a miss at a good fastball. Welcome to those of you who are listening on our flagship station, KYW, here in Philadelphia. Pitch on the way to Forsch is high. It's 1-1. And the good folks in Carbondale tuning in on WCDL, Chambersburg, WCHA. There's a pitch in a very high pop foul. In front of the Phillies dugout is Richie Hebner. Hebner, it drops out of his glove. He had room right in front of the photographer's deck, but it popped right out of his glove. A tough play. He had to worry about the cameras and the dugout rail and the step there. He did have room, but it popped out of his glove. We'll have to wait and see if they charge an error or no play.
Also had a pitcher's mound, a warm-up pitcher's mound right there. I think he'd be the first to tell you, though. He should have caught it.
Next pitch to Forsch, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball. So Forsch goes down swinging. That's 2 down. It'll be no play. They have not chalked up an error. And that'll bring on the top of the order Lou Brock, who has struck out, grounded out, and the single to drive in a run. And for all the good folks in Clearwater listening on WTAN, Bill Gargano and all his troops still down there. Here's the pitch on the way to Brock, and he slams a foul down the left field side. There will be no error on Hebner on the foul ball. It'll be scored as no play. Lots of great Phillies fans in the Clearwater area. 1 strike to count to Brock, 2 outs, no base runners. 6th inning, St. Louis 4, Phil Zip. Pitch to Lou is low for a ball, and it's 1-1. Ron Reed, third Phillies pitcher, delivers 1-1 to Brock, and it's high and away, ball 2, 2-1. Steve Carlton going 4+ innings, charged with St. Louis 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 10 hits. Brewster 1 inning, no runs and no hits, and now Reed. 2-1 pitch. Brock lays off a high pitch, and it's 3-1 to Lou. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Lou Brock. Takes a strike called on the outside corner, a full count to him. The 3-2 pitch. High ball 4. He lost him. So Brock is a base runner. The first walk given up by Phillies pitching tonight. Lou at first base with 2 outs. That'll bring up Gary Templeton, who is grounded out, flied out, and grounded into a fielder's choice. Here's a stretch by Reed, and the pitch to Templeton. Fastball is high for a ball. Lou Brock takes his lead off first. The stretch by Reed, a throw that way, and Brock back in plenty of time. People in Coatesville hearing our broadcasts on WCACOJ and in Easton on WEST. There goes Brock, and the pitch is high. The throw to second. Great throw by Boone, but not in time. Brock got a good jump. Boone made a fine throw, but a stolen base for Lou Brock. Number 1 in 1978. Number 901 in his career.
Yes, he did have a good jump, and Boone did a good job keeping the play as close as it was. He really gunned the ball, but Lou beat the throw.
So Brock in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Templeton. He tries to bunt his way on and misses, and the count is now 1-2 strikes to Gary Templeton. Now the stretch by Reed. And the 1-2 pitch fouls it straight back. It stays a ball and 2 strikes to the switch-hitting Gary Templeton, batting left against Ron Reed. Here's Reed's 1-2 pitch. Swing and a broken back ground ball hits softly to second. Sizemore charges and throws, and out at first base is Templeton. The barrel of the bat went further than the ball, but Sizemore got Templeton, and the Cardinals are down in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 5 1/2, it's St. Louis 4, Phillies nothing. Larry Boa leads off for the Phillies, bottom half of the 6th inning. Phil's down 4-0. Boa has lined out to left center and grounded out to first base. Porsche has shut out the Phils on 4 hits so far. Hebner has 2 of them, a single and a double. Bake McBride a single and Gary Maddox a double. Here's the pitch to Boa, bouncing ball first base. Hits the seam, but a good play by Keith Hernandez, and Boa's out as Hernandez makes the race to the bag. Keith Hernandez has a slick glove at first base. Does a good job over there. 1 down. That'll bring on Mike Schmidt. Schmidt has struggled tonight. He has struck out and hit a little pop-up to the pitcher, Bob Porsche. We have a new left fielder for St. Louis. Jim Dwyer has come in to play left field, replacing Lou Brock. Dwyer will bat on the number 1 spot. Time is called as some debris has been thrown on the field in center field, and Tony Scott chases it down. St. Louis here again tomorrow night. Larry Christensen go against Eric Rasmussen, and then on Sunday afternoon, the weatherman tells us it's going to be a gorgeous day, and it'll be sweatshirt day here at the Vet. Randy Lurch against John Urea. Phillies sweatshirts for all youngsters 14 and under on Sunday. An off day Monday, and Montreal will move in Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Here's a pitch to Mike Schmidt. Slider on the outside corner for a strike call. Houston has gone back in front of Cincinnati with 2 in the 5th. Astros 4, Reds 2. They're in the 5th inning. The 1-strike pitch to Schmidt. Ground ball hit hard off the glove of Reitz to Templeton, who throws not in time. Ball was hit sharply, but Reitz usually gobbles that ball up. Reitz has set a National League record for fewest errors last year. Kind of came up on the ball and went off his glove. We'll have to wait and see how they score. It was a little to his left, but generally Ken Reitz will make that play. They're going to give Mike Schmidt a base hit on it. So Schmidt at first base with 1 out. Here's Greg Luzinski, who was flied out to left and grounded out short first. Phillies trail 4-0. The stretch by Porsche and the pitch to the bull. Over for a strike call. 1 strike to count to Luzinski. Tut McGraw is starting to throw in the Phillies bullpen. Here's the stretch and the pitch to the ball. Low and away for a ball. It's 1-1 to Greg Luzinski. Greg, of course, was the runner-up for the most valuable player in the National League last year to Cincinnati's George Foster. This spring, he received the prestigious Roberto Clemente Award. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Little dribbler past the mound. Tyson tags Schmidt. Return throw. Double play. Little dribbler that got by Force, but Mike Tyson tagged Schmidt and threw to first in time to double up Luzinski. And the Phillies go down to the 6th with no runs. 1 hit, no errors, and none left. After 6, Cardinals lead the Phils 4-0.
Oh, I'd love to get to know ya, have a chance to show ya, run for just a while. Take you to places, meet some brand new faces, share a Coke and make you smile. Coca-Cola, Coke life, and when you see in the town, it's really nice to get you. Bring us time to go to show ya, run for just a while. Coca-Cola life, and everybody wants it.
I'm a PhD in economics, right? I run around to 3 stores to buy food, so I save $1 here, $1 there, and yet I let $200 sit in my checking account where it doesn't earn a cent. No more. Now I use the George machine at Girard Bank to move money from my savings to my checking account only when I need it. With George, I push the buttons, and I'm the brains behind the bank. That's got to make me the smartest banker in town.
George lets you be the banker. Girard Bank. We're there when you need us.
There have been a lot of instructional books written on baseball, but one of the best is Baseball the Phillies Way, a brand new publication of the Philadelphia Phillies. Contains information on all facets of the game, plus illustrations. As an added attraction, there are 27 full-color baseball cards of the current Phillies roster. To get your copy, send a check or money order for $2 to Baseball the Phillies Way, Box 7575, Philadelphia 19101. 7th inning baseball. Here again is Rich Ashford.
Okay, Harry, Jerry Morales, the batter, has a called strike on him, fouls the next pitch back. It's 0-2. Morales has had a good night. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. It'll be Morales, Simmons, and Hernandez to face Ron Reed, the Cardinals leading 4-0. It's been all St. Louis so far. Phillies have made a couple of great plays, but now Morales is walking back to the bench. He may have hurt himself on that last swing he took. Well, maybe he just wants another bat. But he was talking to the Cardinal trainer. Houston has gone ahead of Cincinnati 4-2 there in the 5th. Mets beat Montreal in their opener 3-1 this afternoon. Pittsburgh beat the Cubs 1-0. Morales is back now. 2 strikes to count. Reed's pitch. Strike 3 called, and Morales knew it. So Morales out for the first time in the ball game. 1 down. The batter will be Ted Simmons. Simmons is 1 for 3 with a double and a run batted in. Hitting left-handed now against the right-hander Ron Reed. Here's a slow bouncer towards first. Grabbed by Hebner. Fair ball. He tags Simmons. And 2 quick outs here in the 7th inning. First baseman Keith Hernandez, the batter. Hernandez has had a good night. Single, double, and 3 times at bat. He's actually been on base all 3 times. Got on first time up on an error. Phillies bullpen appear to be picking up where they left off last year. Brewster came in, got out of a first and third no-out jam behind a great play by Larry Boa. Reed is pitching very well. First pitch to Hernandez, fly ball, shallow left center field. Lazinski coming on, makes the catch on the dead run. And that'll end the inning. The Cardinals down in order. Phillies fans taking their 7th inning stretch. Phillies coming to bat. They trail 4-0.
The day's done. It's time to let it go. It's the moment to so just say, bud. And for the king of men and settle back and to please yourself, no matter what you do, no matter when or where, you know a glass of blood is like an easy chair when you're dead. Hey, let me tell you something. Standing back with a long day behind you and a cold blood in front of you, my man, that's living. When you're dead, you said it. Oh, Anheuser-Busch, thank you.
Well, it's a brand new season and a brand new Daily News home run payoff because now every hit pays off. In addition to the 4 tickets to a future Phillies game, every single in the payoff inning pays $20. Every double pays $50, and every triple pays $100. Of course, you still can win $1,000 for a homer and $5,000 for a grand slam. To put yourself in the ball game, use the home run payoff entry coupon appearing every day in the Daily News. Remember, now every hit pays off. And Richie Hebner, who's had 2 hits in the ball game, a single and a double, is leading off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He's batting for Thomas J. Trower, North Gratz here in Philadelphia. Hebner has singled and doubled in the game. Bob Force pitching shutout ball so far. Here's a line drive right field, dropping quickly. Foul ball. Oh, boy. Hebner broke his bat, but he came within inches of getting a base hit. Hebner batting for Thomas J. Trower here in Philadelphia in our Daily News home run payoff. Remember, a single pays off $20, a double $50, a triple $100, and a home run $1,000, and a grand slam $5,000. There'll be a lot of money won in the Daily News home run payoff this season. Strike one, the count on Richie Hebner. Phillies trail 4-0, bottom of the seventh. They need runs. Force with a pitch. Inside, Hebner almost hit. He was hit. He was just nicked by the pitch, so he'll get first base. Hit by a pitch. Hebner's on first. Nobody out. We'll send 4 tickets along to Thomas J. Trower here in Philadelphia, our Daily News home run payoff inning. Here's Gary Maddox swinging for Samuel J. Brown III, Wadsworth Avenue here in Philadelphia. Maddox is 1 for 2 with a double. Hebner's at first, nobody out. 4 shot of the stretch, the pitch. Fouled away, strike one on Maddox. Maddox swinging for Samuel J. Brown III here in Philadelphia. Ted Simmons wants to talk it over with pitcher Bob Forsch. I don't think any of these Cardinal pitchers have pitched 9 innings this season. None of the Phillies pitchers have. Bob Forsch still pretty strong out there. Strike one, the count on Maddox. We're ready to play ball. Hebner with a short lead off first. No threat to run. Here's the pitch. Maddox, ground ball towards the middle. Grabbed by Templeton. He steps in the bag for one. First to double play. A perfect double play ball, and Templeton caught the ball almost on second base. So quickly, 2 outs now and nobody on. We'll send 4 tickets along to Samuel J. Brown III here in Philadelphia. Buddy Harrelson coming out to bat for pitcher Ron Reed. Harrelson first at bat this season. Harrelson swinging for Frank Capelli, Herbert Boulevard in Williamstown, New Jersey. So the Cardinals with a quick double play, and the Phillies 2 outs and nobody on. Harrelson, ground ball towards second. Grabbed by Tyson. Over to first. Harrelson is out on 1 pitch. We'll send 4 tickets along to Frank Capelli here in Williamstown, New Jersey. For the Phillies, no hits, no runs, nobody left on. At the end of 7, it's the Cardinals 4, the Phillies nothing, and now time for a tasty break.
People are proud to call Philadelphia home because we've got a superstar baseball team like the Phillies. And we've also got a superstar cake called Tasty Cake, like fresh-baked Tasty Cake coffee cake and cream-filled coffee cake. Bring home Tasty Cake coffee cake 1 package at a time or buy the family packful. And treat yourself to all the good things wrapped up in one.
Tasty Cake is the world of fun. Hey, Culligan Man.
We're going to be telling you a lot about your local Culligan water conditioning dealers throughout the Phillies season. Culligan, the world's #1 water treatment company, has dealerships in 100 countries. City water or well water users, if you have water that's hard, staining, bad smelling, or bad tasting, listen. Culligan dealers have equipment specially engineered to solve that problem. You can rent or buy a Culligan water softener, including their exclusive Aqua Sensor, the energy-saving, salt-saving water softener. Your local Culligan dealer is listed in the white pages under C for Culligan.
Tug McGraw, the new Phillies pitcher here as we go to the 8th inning, and Harry Kellis. Harry?
All right, thank you, Rich. Tug had another good year for the Phils last year, winning 7 and losing 3 while saving 9, despite the fact that he missed 2 months of the season when he strained the ulnar nerve in his left arm early in the season against Montreal. So Tug making his first 78 appearance. The Phillies have had excellent relief pitching. Warren Brewster, 1 inning, no hits and no runs. Ron Reed, 2 innings, no hits, no runs, struck out 2. Ken Reeds will be the first one to face Tug McGraw. George Foster has just hit a home run for Cincinnati in the 5th with 2 mates on, his first of the year. And that will put Cincinnati in front of Houston by a score of 5-4. They're now in the 6th inning. American League final scores from this afternoon. Milwaukee defeated Baltimore 11-3. A grand slam by the Brewers' Sixto Lexcano. Larry Heisel also homered. Eddie Murray hit 1 for Baltimore. Detroit 6, Toronto 2. Milt May, Phil Mankowski, and Jason Thompson all homered for the Tigers, making Bird Fidrich the winner. And the Chicago White Sox got 2 runs in the 9th inning to down Boston 6-5 before the largest opening day crowd in White Sox history. Here's Reitz, and the pitch to him is a curveball that's low for a ball. Reitz is grounded out, hit a home run, and lined out. McGraw's 1-0 pitch, swinging a foul straight back off the mask of catcher Bob Boone, and the count is 1-1 to Ken Reed. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ken Reed. Silly foul by Tony Scott and then Mike Tyson. 1-1 pitch on the way, a screwball that missed low, and it's 2-1. 4-0 St. Louis. We're playing in the 8th. Phillies will have 2 more shots at Bob Forsch. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to third base. Mike Schmidt has it. His throw across in plenty of time. Reitz is out, 1 down. That'll bring on Tony Scott. Well, Scott's got to wonder what he has to do to get a hit. He has hit the ball sharply all 3 times that he's been up. Grounded out sharply to Mike Schmidt his first time up. Grounded out hard to Larry Bowe in his second at-bat. And was robbed of a hit on a brilliant double play by Larry Bowe in his third at-bat. The pitch to Scott is over for a strike called. 1 strike to Tony Scott. Here's McGraw's pitch. Fastball is low. It's 1-1. Ball and a strike to Scott with 1 down. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a drive into right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Scott takes a turn at first base. Will hold there, and Tony Scott has his first hit of the night. For St. Louis, hit number 11 off Phil's pitching. That'll bring on Mike Tyson. Tyson has singled, struck out, and grounded out. He's knocked in a run and has scored a run. Tony Scott, good speed at first base, 1 down. The stretch by McGraw. There he goes, swinging a foul back by Tyson. Hit and run was on. Tyson fouled it back. 1 strike to count to him. St. Louis got a run in the second, an unearned run when Hernandez was safe on a Larry Bowe error and came around to score on Mike Tyson's base hit. Got their second in the 4th on Ken Reed's home run. Got another one in the same inning. Here's a ground ball in the hole, a base hit to left field. Tony Scott will hold on at second base, and Mike Tyson has his second hit of the ball game. So 2 Cardinals are on base with 1 down. That'll bring up the pitcher Bob Forsch. Forsch is 1 for 2. He has singled, sacrificed, and struck out. Cardinals' third run came when Tyson was safe on a strikeout and a wild pitch, was sacrificed to second and scored on Lou Brock's base hit. They added their 4th on a single by Jerry Morales, his 3rd of the game, and an RBI double by Ted Simmons. 2 men on base and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Forsch, full swing and a miss. Forsch was not butting on the first pitch. He took a healthy cut and didn't make contact. 1 strike to count to Bob Forsch. There's a stretch by McGraw. Forsch around to bunt, punches the ball into right field for a base hit. Rounding third is Scott. Fake McBride can't dig it out of his glove. Scott scores. Throw to second. They have Forsch in a rundown. Larry Bowen now throws to third, and it's safe all around. Safe all around of the Cardinals as Tyson gets back to third base and Forsch at first. Forsch wheeled around as if to bunt and then just punched the ball to right field. Might have been a play at the plate, but Fake couldn't get it out of his glove. They got Forsch in a rundown, then Boa tried to nip Tyson at third, and they lost them all. It's safe all around.
Looks like one of those nights, Harry. That's right. Bate had a good shot at home plate on a play, but couldn't get it out of his glove. And then when you mess up a rundown play, plus, ironically, the Phillies really work on those rundown plays in spring training. But that one didn't look so good.
So it'll be a base hit and a run batted in for Forsch. The Cardinals now lead 5-0. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Here's Jim Dwyer batting for the first time. Came into play left for Lou Brock, a left-hand hitter. McGraw's pitch to him is low for a ball. Dwyer in 1 spring game against the Phils had a phenomenal game. He hit for the cycle. Mike Tyson at third, Bob Forsch at first, 1 out. St. Louis up 5-0. The Cardinals about hit the Phils 13-5. 1-0 pitch. Swing, a big cut and a miss, and it's 1-1 to Jim Dwyer. Ball on a strike to Dwyer. Lou Brock was 1 for 3 tonight with a run batted in. Also stole a base, number 901. Here's McGraw's stretch. 1-1 pitch. Fastball is over for a strike call. Dwyer not looking for it. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jim Dwyer. Doug McGraw gets a sign from Boone. Here's his stretch. 1-2 pitch, swing, a little nubbing dribbler. It's a fair ball. Boone picks it up and throws out Dwyer. And on the play, holding at third, is Tyson. Forsch moves to second. A little dribbler right off the end of his bat, spinning crazily, but staying fair down the third baseline. Boone was on it in a hurry. Made a good play, throwing out Jim Dwyer. For out number 2, Cardinal runners second and third with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Gary Templeton. Gary Templeton, the shortstop, is nothing out of 4. Switch hitter bats right against McGraw. Here's a pitch to him. Swing and a ground ball to short. Larry Boa gloves and throws, and Templeton is out. The Cardinals go down in the 8th. But St. Louis adds another run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And after 7.5, it's Cardinals 5, Phillies nothing.
The Cat is really on the prowl at your Lincoln Mercury dealers. He wants these dealers to sell every Mercury in stock. Every one. That includes the anniversary edition 4-door Mercury Marquis with its traditional full-size luxury and comfort. Plus, a special value package featuring a vinyl roof, luxury wheel covers, body side moldings, flight bench seat, and more. Right now, this special package is being offered by Lincoln Mercury to its dealers at a factory discount. So check out your local Lincoln Mercury dealer now. At the sign of the Cat.
I used to think of the George machine at Girard Bank as my own private money game. If I forgot to go to the bank or needed cash on a weekend, there he was. Proceed to go and collect $200. Man, I owned that withdrawal button. You know what I mean? And then I looked at all the buttons. Wow. Checking, savings, deposits, loans, transfers, balances. I got a whole bank right here. Now I do my everyday banking with George. I push the buttons, and I run the bank.
George lets you be the banker. Girard Bank. We're there when you need us.
If you used to shy away from Penn Jersey because we didn't carry a big name in tires, we've got the biggie, Goodyear. That's right. All Penn Jersey stores now stock Goodyear tires. We've got them in all sizes for all cars, and we can install them right away. So if you want Goodyear tires at low prices, come to a Penn Jersey auto store. And here's more good news.
Now get Goodyear Power Glide 4-ply polyester white walls as low as $23 plus $1.82 federal excise tax for size B7813A. No trade-in required.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, it's been all St. Louis. The Cardinals 5, the Phillies nothing. And as we move to the bottom of the 8th, let's pause for station identification along the Phillies baseball network.
At 10 o'clock, this is KYW Philadelphia. AccuWeather says clear, breezy, cooler tonight, the low 41. Tomorrow, sunny, windy, and cool with a high near 60. 65 degrees, clear on Independence Mall.
Well, right-hander Bob Forsch has shackled the Phils on 5 hits. Leading this game 5-0, and Ted Sizemore will lead off to face him. Sizemore has struck out and flied out to center. He'll be followed by Bob Boone and then Bake McBride. Phillies with 2 more chances at Forsch. Meanwhile, St. Louis has built a 5-0 lead. Tomorrow night, Larry Christensen pitching for the Phils. He'll be opposed by Eric Rasmussen for St. Louis. And on Sunday afternoon, Sweatshirt Day. Randy Lurch going against John Urea. Forsch has been aided the last 2 innings by double play balls. Double play grounders. Here's his windup and the pitch to Ted Sizemore. A little bouncing foul down the third base side. 1 strike to count to Ted Sizemore. Bob Forsch working in inning number 8. Didn't complete a whole bunch of them last year. 35 starts. He pitched 8 complete games. The pitch on the way to Size has popped up, and it's foul and out of play. 0-2 the count to Ted Sizemore. Cardinals do have some bullpen activity in the event that Forsch might tire here in the late innings. Right-hander Pete Vukovich and left-hander Steve Hamilton. the two-strike pitch. Swing and a little nubber down the third base side. Simmons on it quickly and throws, and Sizemore is out. One down, that'll bring up Bob Boone. Boone came in a pinch hit and stayed in the game. He was thrown out. Simmons the first in his only at-bat. One down, eighth inning. Here's the pitch on the way to Boone, and it's a strike called on the outside corner. One strike to Boone with one down. Here's Forsh's next pitch, inside for a ball. It's 1-1. Cincinnati leads Houston 5-4. Playing in the sixth inning, a couple of Cincinnati home runs by John Bench and George Foster. Joe Ferguson has homered for Houston, his second of the year. 1-1 the count to Boone, and the pitch to him bounces in for a ball. It's 2-1. Los Angeles pounding Atlanta now by a score of 8-4. They are in the sixth inning, and the Dodgers have chased Phil Niekro. 2-1 to Bob Boone. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, threw it by him. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2 to Boone. Del Forsh uncorked a good one there. Doesn't appear to have lost any velocity. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low for a ball, a full count to Boone. Phillies have 5 hits off Forsh, single and a double by Hebner. Base hits by Mike Schmidt and Bake McBride, and a double by Gary Maddox. Full count to Boone with one down. The 3-2 pitch to Boone is inside, ball 4. He lost it. That's the second walk given up by Forsh. Boone a base runner with one down. That'll bring on Bake McBride. Bake is 1 out of 3, is lined out, singled, and grounded out. Ted Simmons out to talk to Forge, and now Claude Osteen, the pitching coach, is trotting out just to make sure that Forge is not tiring. As Rich mentioned, his longest outing in the spring was 7. His last spring outing. He has Pete Vukovich and Dave Hamilton, a left-hander, up in the bullpen. Vukovich, the right-hander.
The Cardinal trainer coming out. I don't know whether Forsh injured, might have a blister. He's pitched a strong ball game. He hasn't been in hardly any trouble at all. Now manager Vern Rapp is headed towards the mound, and Forsh might possibly have to leave because of an injury. And I believe they are going to make a pitching change. It surprised me just a little bit that Vern Rapp has decided to go with a right-hander with McBride and Bowe both coming to bat, both left-hand hitters. Of course, Larry is a switch hitter. So we're going to have a pitching change for the Cardinals. I'm sure that Forsh is leaving because of an injury. A pitching change for the Cardinals. They lead the Phillies 5-0. We'll be back in a moment.
Phillies fans, here's a great chance to win a free one-week vacation for 2. It's a grand and glorious vacation for 2 at the delightful oceanfront Golden Inn in Avalon, New Jersey, and there's no obligation. Just stop in and register your name for the Golden Inn sweepstakes at any of the 3 Colonial Federal Savings and Loan offices. In Philadelphia, 1206 Chestnut Street, in Drexel Hill at Lansdowne Avenue and State Road across from Bond Shopping Center, or in Havertown on Westchester Pike across from Manoa Shopping Center. Vacations like savings should be planned. Do both at Colonial. We pay the highest interest allowed by law, and we compound interest daily. But there's no obligation to open an account or make a deposit to win the Golden Inn Vacation Sweepstakes. All you do is register your name. The Golden Inn has 2 swimming pools, a spacious poolside terrace, a luxurious dining room, music, dancing, and the most delicious food in South Jersey. Win this great vacation for 2. Register today at any Colonial Federal Savings and Loan office in Havertown and Drexel Hill or 1206 Chestnut Street in downtown Philadelphia. Drawing is June 30th. Member FSLIC.
Chrysler LeBaron's a good combination. It's a car sized for today's living, yet loaded with luxury. It gives you your money's worth of sensibly sized style. And your choice of 3 models, a young stylish 2-door, a classic 4-door, and the new LeBaron Town & Country wagon. The difference between this wagon and any other is luxury. Why drive a car that doesn't feel great? Why not get your money's worth of style and luxury? When LeBaron gives you all this, why settle for anything less? See it at your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer today.
Well, the new St. Louis pitcher is right-hander Pete Vukovich. Vukovich coming over to the Cardinals from the Toronto Blue Jays in the deal that sent Tom Underwood to Toronto. Had a good year for Toronto last year. He was 7-7, led the Blue Jays in appearances with 53 as he was both a starter and a reliever, primarily out of the bullpen. Vukovich is 25 years old. He comes out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Pretty good strikeout record last year at Toronto. In 148 innings, he punched out 123. Blake McBride will be the first one to face him. Vukovich will get as many warm-up pitches as he deems necessary, as Bob Forsch suffered cramps in his right forearm and also in his legs, had to leave due to an injury, so Vukovich can throw as many as he feels necessary prior to pitching to Blake McBride. Bob Boone at first base, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. St. Louis leading 5-0, and Vukovich says he's all right. So Vukovich making his National League debut. He was pitching the American League for the Chicago White Sox and was drafted from the White Sox roster by the Toronto Blue Jays in the expansion draft. Boone at first base, 1 out. Bake McBride, 1 out of 3 to face Vukovich. Here's the pitch to Bake, swinging a foul off the end of his bat and into the St. Louis dugout and back out of it. 1 strike to count to McBride. Pete Vukovich stretches. And the pitch to McBride, swing and a fly ball, shallow right, dropping fast, it drops in for a base hit. Boone will stop at second base, a little bloop fly into shallow right field, dropping between Morales and Tyson. And McBride has his second hit of the ball game. The Phillies have runners at first and second, 1 down. Well, Bake has hit well against the Cardinals since they traded him. He hasn't really stung the ball tonight. In fact, he's had 2 Texas League singles. The one time he hit the ball well, it was caught. That'll bring on Larry Boa. Boa has lined out to left center and twice grounded out. Boone at second base, McBride at first base, 1 out. Phillies trying to kick something up here in the 8th, trailing 5-0. Vukovich stretches. The pitch to Boa. Low for a ball. Vukovich, a sinker ball pitcher. 1-0 the count to Boa. Mike Schmidt waiting on deck. Vukovich started the stretch and then he steps off. The stretch by Vukovich and the pitch to Boa is low again, ball 2. It's 2-0. Ted Simmons out to the mound to talk to Vukovich. Brilliant job turned in by starter Bob Forsch, who went 7 1/3 innings. Charged at this point with no runs on 5 hits. He walked a pair and struck out 2 and hit a batsman. He is responsible for the base runner at second base, Bob Boone. 2-0 the count to Boa. Here's the stretch by Vukovich in the pitch. It's over for a strike call to Panese, 2-1. Boa taking all the way. 2 balls and a strike to Larry Boa. Phillies down 5-0. Now the stretch by Vukovich. The pitch to Boa. Low and away, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to Boa. Mark Littell, hard-throwing right-hander, starting to loosen up in St. Louis bullpen. Boa will watch this one closely. Here's the stretch. 3-1 pitch. Low ball 4. He walks in. The Phillies have the bases loaded. Boone moves to third. McBride to second. Boa at first. 1 down, and Mike Schmidt the batter.
of 3 tonight. He has struck out, popped up, and singled. Bases jammed with Phils in their first real threat of the night. 1 out. Phillies down 5-0. Vukovic from the windup. The pitch to Schmidt. Swings, and he misses at a breaking ball. Swinging fastball, and he got a breaking ball. 1 strike to count to Schmidt. He's Vukovic in 8th inning trouble. Here's his windup and the 1-strike pitch. Swing and a miss and a good fastball. He's quickly in front of Schmidt, 0-2. Bob Boone at third, he walked. Fake McBride at second. He looped a single to right. Larry Bowe at first, he walked. Vukovic has the jump on Schmidt, 0-2. That 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider. Schmidt goes down swinging on 3 pitches. Big strikeout for Vukovic. That's 2 down in the 8th. And that'll bring on Greg Luzinski. Full is 0 for 3. A slide out to left, grounded out, and grounded into a double play. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th, and the pitch to Luzinski. Big swing and no contact. Good fastball by Vukovic. Here's the 1-strike pitch to Luzinski, a slider low and away for a ball. It's 1-1. Wind up by Vukovic in the 1-1 pitch. Outside again. Ball 2. Another breaking ball. 2-1 the count to the Bull. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Here is the 2-1 pitch to Luzinski. Inside, ball 3. 3-1 to Luzinski. Richie Hebner waiting on deck. Luzinski will look this one over carefully. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Vukovic winds, the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. He took a lot off that pitch and had Luzinski well out in front of it. Full count with 2 outs and the bases jammed in the 8th. Vukovic winds the 3-2 pitch. High ball 4. He walked him and forced in a run. Boone scores. McBride goes to third. Bowen to second. It's a 5-1 ball game, and that'll bring on Richie Hebner. Give Luzinski a bases loaded walk and a run batted in.
Who gave Luzinski a 3-2 slider? He got him on a 3-1 slider. Tried it again, but threw it high out of the strike zone. So Phillies do have the tying run at home plate in the person of Richie Hebner.
5-1 ball game now. The Cardinals lead. Bases remain loaded, 2 outs. Hebner has singled, doubled, and been hit by a pitch ball. Vukovic winds in the pitch to Rich Hebner. Swing and a pop up into shallow left. Gary Templeton drifts out, has a lot of room, puts it away, and the Phillies' threat dies here in the 8th. The Phillies get a run in the inning on 1 hit along with 3 walks. No errors, 3 men left. And after 8, it's St. Louis 5 and the Phils 1.
They call me happy, I'm walking happy, feeling hot, stepping snappy, pulling my feet to the beat of a brand new day. What do you say? Hey, happy time, jogging in the sunshine, skating on the sand, boy, having fun now, looking at those, look at life, it's thirsty to be mine. Look at life, everybody wants to look like. Look at life, everybody.
I just saved myself a trip to the bank and a trip to the post office. I've got this new thing going with George Bank by phone from Girard Bank. Just paid a month's worth of bills, did a whole pile of banking. I even gave myself a loan. Oh, sure. A few other banks have pay by phone, but Girard lets me pay and bank by phone. You know, it's almost like having a Girard Bank right here in my kitchen.
Ask for a demonstration of George Bank by phone at any Girard Bank office.
Haddon Travel invites you to join Larry Bowe to spend 2 weeks in the Hawaiian Islands, departing Philadelphia on October 28th for just $7.99. A week on Waikiki Beach, and then Maui, Kona, and Hilo. The complete price, $7.99, and that includes United Airlines scheduled flights, deluxe hotels, plus breakfast and dinner every day in Honolulu. October 28th for 2 weeks, 3 islands, $7.99 complete. Larry Boa hosts this great trip to Hawaii. For a free brochure, call ahead and travel. In Pennsylvania, WA3-2816, and in New Jersey, 795-5550. Leading off for the Cardinals here in the ninth inning is Jerry Morales. He's had a good night, 3 out of 4. All have been singles. Tug McGraw's first pitch to Morales is low for a ball. McGraw in his second inning in relief of Ron Reed. 5-1 Cardinals lead. We're in the ninth. Here's the pitch to Morales, and a fastball is over for a strike call. 1-1 to Jerry Morales. He'll be followed by Ted Simmons, and then Keith Hernandez. The pitch to Morales. Other fastball is low, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Jerry Morales. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike called, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, low and inside, a slider, and full count to Morales. Steve Carlton started, Warren Brewster in the 5th, Ron Reed in the 6th, McGraw pitching in his second inning. Pitch on the way, a little pop foul down the third base side, it's out of play. Stays 3-2 to Jerry Morales. Cardinals feel they have a great addition here, and Morales coming over from the Chicago Cubs. 3-2 pitch to him. He chased the high fastball, and he missed it. Morales went way out of the strike zone to go after that pitch, and he struck him out. First strikeout for McGraw, 1 down here in the ninth. I'll bring up Ted Simmons. Simmons has struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice, doubled to drive in a run, and grounded out. Pitch on the way to Simmons is high for a ball. 1-0 pitch to him is high again, ball 2. It's 2-0 to Ted Simmons. Here's the 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3. So McGraw is behind Simmons 3-0. Ted looks down at Jack Prohl to see if he can swing 3-0. 3-0 pitch on the way is over for a strike called. Simmons taking it. It's a 3-1 count to Ted with 1 down. Keith Hernandez, the first baseman, waiting on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch, swinging a fly ball right field. Pretty well hit, but Fake McBride is there at the rim of the warning track, and he makes the catch. Simmons is out, 2 down. That'll bring up Keith Hernandez. Cardinal first baseman is 2 out of 4. He's been safe on an air, has doubled, singled, and flied out to left. Here's the pitch to Keith Hernandez, high and inside with a fastball, ball 1. Hernandez had it hit the deck at the plate. 1-0 to count to him with 2 outs. Looking ahead to the Phillies' ninth, scheduled to bat for the Phils, Gary Maddox, been a pinch hitter for Tug McGraw and Ted Sizemore. Pitch on the way is high and inside again, ball 2. It's 2-0. Time is called as more debris is thrown out in center field, and Gary Maddox chases it down. Final scores from this afternoon. San Diego down San Francisco 3-2. Mickey Lolich got the win, just signed this year by the Padres, save for Raleigh Fingers. Dave Winfield, a home run. There's the pitch. A very high pop-up in the infield. Ted Sizemore there waiting. And Size puts it away. Hernandez is out. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals in the ninth. No runs, hits, or errors, and none left. We go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. It's St. Louis 5 and the Phils 1.
When you paint this year, select the paint that lasts longer. MAB Seashore House Paint. It gives you more years per gallon. In fact, it's the best paint you can buy. That's because MAB Seashore House Paint was especially designed for the harsh, rugged weather conditions on the shore, like wind, rain, sun, and especially salt air. So when it comes to painting your home, inside or out, think of MAB in the more than 300 MAB paint stores, dealers, and Rich Lux Home Centers. Bank AmeriCard and Master Charge accepted.
There's a demanding cat around. He's at your Lincoln Mercury dealers, and he wants these dealers to sell every Mercury in stock. Every one. That means you have a great chance to get into any one of his fine cars right now. From the full-size Mercury Marquis right through his Cougars, Zephyrs, Monarchs, and Bobcats. They're all up for grabs right now. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer quick, because that cat means business. At the sign of the cat.
Well, the Phillies are down to their last shot here in the bottom of the ninth, trailing 5-1. Gary Maddox will lead off. Maddox has doubled, looped out, and grounded into a double play. Pete Vukovich in relief of Bob Forsch. Forsch going 7 1/3. He is charged with the Phillies' run as he walked Bob Boone, who eventually scored in that 8th inning. Paid attendance tonight, 47,791. Wind up by Vukovich, and the pitch to Maddox. Line drive, just foul down the left field line. Inches foul. Maddox jumped down the first pitch and lined it for foul. 1 strike to count to Gary. Well, the Phillies don't seem to dazzle in openers. The Phillies did not get out of the gate well last year, nor did they get out of the gate well the year before. Here's a nubbing ground ball to Keith Hernandez. He falls, throws to Vukovich, not in time to beat Maddox on a very, very close play at first base. It'll be a base hit for Gary Maddox. Hernandez had him all the way, but he slipped and fell.
Vukovich thought he had him beat to the bag, but give Maddox credit for a lot of hustle on that play. Hernandez fell down. That delayed the execution. But give Maddox credit for a lot of hustle on that play. Hernandez fell down. That delayed the execution of the play just enough for Maddox to get there.
Looking at the replay, Rich, they did get the ball there in time, but Vukovich did not touch the bag. Accurately called by Andy Olson. Here's Jay Johnstone, the pinch hit for Tug McGraw. Johnstone making his first appearance of 78, and he takes low and inside for a ball. 1-0 they count to Johnstone. Phillies down 5-1, 9th inning. Gary Maddox at first base with his second hit of the night. The Phillies 7. Vukovich delivers to Jay, and he grounds a foul off the end of his bat. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Jay was the only player to miss the pregame introduction to first baseline. I'd almost bet you, Harry, that he was down in the batting cage under the stands. He loves to swing.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Johnstone, a tie, 2 balls and a strike. Phillies trailing 5-1. Vukovich stretches. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good sinking fastball. It's 2-2. Now the stretch by Vukovich, and the pitch to Johnstone, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a changeup. Johnstone got way out in front of a change, and Vukovich records his second strikeout. 1 down in the 9th. That'll bring up Ted Sizemore. Ted's 0 for 3 is struck out, flied out, and tapped out in front of the plate. Vern Rapp claims that the Cardinals last year lost countless games in the late innings. 28 games, he said, in the late innings with a lead. There's the pitch on the way to Sizemore, and it's over for a strike call. So Rapp feels the key to his club's success is the bullpen. Feels the 2 American leaguers, Pete Vukovich and Mark Littell, that have joined this club will help them. Vukovich delivers low for a ball. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Ted Sizemore. Maddox at first base and 1 down. 1-1 pitch, swing and a ground foul down the third base side. Ball and 2 strikes to Sizemore. Bob Boone waiting on deck. Here's a stretch by Vukovich, 1-2 pitch, little ground foul down the third base side. Vukovich took a lot off his slider, and Sizemore well out in front, but tapped the ball foul. 1-2 pitch, fastball. Little ground ball to Vukovic. Throws to Templeton. One relay double play, and the ball game is over. Cardinals win the opener by a score of 5-1. As Size really got jammed. A one-hopper back to Vukovic. Through to Templeton, who easily doubled up Ted Sizemore. So St. Louis wins the 1978 opener for the Phils in the ninth. No runs, a hit, no errors, and none left. Final score 5-1. We'll be back with the final totals and a recap after this.
Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000